Hi everyone, I'm Cecily. Welcome to my channel, The Lover's Astro and Tarot. This reading is for anyone who is a sun, moon, or ascendant in Aries. How are you guys? Hopefully January went well for you. I know you had some things to work out last month, but this month actually seems like it's not bad. Aries, it seems like you have some negative impressions of things going on and you're not really sure about what you want to do. But in terms of what's actually happening, everything seems good. So let's talk about your spread. So the first card that actually came out for you was the King of Pentacles, okay? And the King of Pentacles is somebody that represents stability in your life, somebody that has maybe a certain amount of wealth, somebody that is very grounded. But just because he's a Pentacles card, it doesn't mean he has everything together. What it really means is there's something very grounded in who he is as a person. It means that emotionally he's very aware of himself or herself, depending on your partnership. But this is somebody that can be trusted, really, Aries. This is somebody who is possibly an earth sign. Maybe they have a moon or an ascendant or a sun sign in Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. But earth signs tend to be very aligned with what's true. So he came out in the upright position, which means he has really good intentions for you. But he's sitting directly next to the Six of Cups, okay? And the Six of Cups is actually in reverse. I'll show it to you in the upright position. It's two children playing in a garden, and there's an overseer in the background. And it kind of gives you, this sort of light, beautiful, airy feel if you look at, the bottom half of the card with just the kids. And then when you see him, it kind of changes the meaning a little bit. But really what you get out of it, sorry, I have kids outside. But really what you get out of it is the Six of Cups kind of takes you back to a place where you used to be emotionally. It kind of makes you reminisce on some things. Now, this could be somebody who's been in your life before and now they're back, and that could be why you're reminiscing. Or it could be somebody who's new to your life, but maybe the emotional things that they are bringing to you and bringing into your life are not new. And it's causing you to look back on those moments, which is why that overseer is there. It's more of a memory of these two children playing than it is something that's actually happening. It's about the connection between two people. Now, when you have the Six of Cups in reverse, right? I'm still going to show it to you in the upright. The Six of Cups in reverse is a little bit different because it means that there's some type of bitterness there. There's some type of discomfort there. So what I would really say is, Aries, you have somebody in your life that is bringing you some sort of emotional problem and you're attached to them and you love them. But there's a slight bitterness or there's a slight insecurity because you don't want to get sucked in. But to be honest, you're kind of at a point where you already are. You're already feeling this strong emotional connection and it's causing you to look at yourself in a very sort of deep way. So, Aries, if you're feeling like, you're kind of caught in the fray this month, it's going to be you really deciding what's good for you. Because towards the beginning of the month, you're basically deciding what's good for the both of you. And you're kind of at a point where you're not really ready to hurt that person yet. to tell them how you feel, to tell them about your frustration or your bitterness, or maybe your lack of interest anymore. Maybe it's somebody from the past, and now you're just at a place where you can have a new perspective. And that's what he's about. He's about new perspective on things that you've been through. So it's either something you've been through that this person is bringing you. Maybe they have some sort of habit, a drug habit, or a emotional habit, or some sort of issue where maybe they're in another relationship and you're like, I've done this before, I'm not doing it again. There's something there that you're not quite interested in, but there is still that beauty and that emotional attachment there. So then we get a little bit later throughout the month, and you can see that the sun sign is there as well. And the sun is a beautiful card, okay? So whether it's in the upright position or not, it's a very beautiful card for you to have. The sun is about illumination. So if you've been going through this phase where you're confused, or maybe not confused, maybe it's just you feeling sorry for somebody, Aries, and you're kind of at a place where you're trying to open up and you're trying to be authentic, but it's not coming out right. The sun is going to illuminate things for you. It's going to put you in a place where you can't deny the truth. That's what the sun does for you. And most of the time it does it in a very positive way. So you don't have to be afraid of the repercussions, or you don't have to be worried about what someone thinks of you, or if they find out what you think of them. It's a very sort of cleansing, open, beautiful sort of energy. And also, the sun, more than anything, is about happiness. If you think about the sun and you think about when it's out, it's really those summertime months where people get to go out, have a good time, play, experience sunshine in the outdoors. That's really what you're looking at this card. And when you look at it from a love perspective, it's basically saying that the sun is shining. So, Aries, I feel like not necessarily that you're confused, but you have somebody in your life that maybe because they're a lot different than you, or maybe because they have some sort of issue, you're discrediting them. But in the end, they bring you a lot of happiness. They bring you a lot of joy. But overall, you're not in a happy place about it, because this is actually you, and this is the card towards the end of the month. So it's a little bit of a roller coaster ride where you have somebody in your life that's dependable, but you kind of lose interest for XYZ reason. But then you realize it's not that bad. But they put you in a negative position, which is what this card is about. And the Queen of Wands is a very powerful woman. She's somebody who freely speaks her mind, has the ability to make changes very rapidly. She doesn't wait for things to come her way. She's very sure about what the next step is. And that's you, Aries. So you actually came out in the reverse position this month, which means this love affair or this relationship is making you uncomfortable. It's making you feel like you can't be yourself, or even maybe like you're regressing and you're going back to your old ways somehow, and you feel like, there's so much growth in your life, and there's so much going on, especially with the sun, because even like if we take the rest of the cards out of it, the sun is the most powerful card here. It's a major arcana. It has a vast amount of energy in this reading. So I would say more than anything else, the sun overpowers everything, and it puts you in a position where, everything is moving strongly in your life, regardless of your love life circumstance with this King of Pentacles. So, you know, you want to kind of look at yourself and say, okay, how did I get in the reverse position towards the end of the month? How did I get in a position where I'm uncomfortable, or I'm not in a place where I can be authentic, or, maybe you just kind of lost that feeling of that sunshine that the sun was providing you. Maybe that person, you know, um, when things were revealed to you, maybe it was really good for your life, but it made you feel bad that this person is no longer going to be a part of it. Now, it doesn't say 100% that this person will no longer be a part of your life, but I do think that um, even though the decision isn't shown in this spread, I do think that you will get to a point where a decision is going to be something that calls to you, probably in March, Aries, where you kind of feel like, all right, once the contemplation starts and you have some time to kind of go over things and you get clear with the sun about what this relationship means to you, pretty soon after a decision will have to be made. So let's pull an outcome card for you and see what you guys get. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So I actually had one that fell in my lap, which I'm going to go with. And that is the Alchemist, or the Magician. So that's basically saying that you are kind of blessed all over this month, Aries. Is letting you know that you have the right to make your own decision, meaning that the universe is backing you either way. Whether you decide to be in this relationship, or whether you decide to say, you know what, I love you, but this really isn't good enough for me anymore, either way, it's your own doing, it's your own making. The Alchemist is a card that says you have the tools. If you look at the card, there are pentacles, cups, swords, and rods here. And what that's really saying is all of the four elements, there's everything there that you need to make the life that you want to live. So if this is the romantic relationship that you are actually interested in having, and you get past that Six of Cups bitterness vibe where maybe you can let some of those things in the past go and maybe not be in a place of comparison, this relationship would be good for you. If you decide that you want to move on and you want to make your own way and you really just want to allow yourself to have some freedom, the Alchemist is good for you as well. But really, for the most part, I see you kind of forging your own way, and to be honest, it might be a little bit of both. I don't think this is going to be a relationship where it's secure and it's grounded and it's committed and it's permanent. But I do think this is a relationship that's there to help you emotionally and socially grow into something new. And that new place kind of develops from that sun energy and that alchemist energy. And as you move into March, you'll be in a place where you have a concrete idea of what you want to create. Because I think things are filling in for you, Aries. It's now went from concepts and ideas to a grounded position, and you actually being on the move and having a very intent focus. So I think that's what's going on for you this month, Aries. Tell me how you feel. Also, I'll be giving readings this month. My readings will fill up quickly because I'm doing a special. My special is actually going to be $20 for 15 minutes. So if you're interested, please feel free to call me or to email me. I'll have the information in the comment box below. Thank you guys for watching as always. I hope you guys like the new format. Give me any sort of information that you want, any comments or likes. I really appreciate you guys. I'm sorry if I'm not as vocal lately. I haven't been feeling too well, but I'm working on that. So thank you guys, and I will see you next month. Love you.